Okay, and welcome. So today we are going over the Ford ST. So in this video we're going to be looking at visual customization, performance mods, and just the overall handling and performance of this vehicle. So if this interests you, do leave a like and subscribe because we are going to be covering more videos like this in Gran Turismo 7. So let's not waste any more time and let's go start the review on this vehicle. Okay, so now in the tuning shop, we see that the vehicle comes with 250 brake horsepower standard, as well as 1,400 kgs. That's a bit of weight that day. So after chucking a ton of money into this car, only equipping the best of the best, we need to get the full capabilities of this vehicle. So after that, we end up with 439 brake horsepower and about 1,200 kgs. So we drop about 200 kgs and we gain about 200 horsepower. So that's quite good. I mean, you do have to spend about around 200,000 to get this, but yeah, these stats, they're not gonna win you any races, so just keep that in mind. We then decided to see what the wide body looks like in GT Auto, and it's exactly like every other wide body. I see no difference. All I do is just pull the fenders. That's not a wide body, boss. Okay, technically it is, but I mean, it's not the point. It's not the point. We want spice. We want actual body parts to the vehicle. We just don't want stretch fenders. Okay, that's just me. Now, because we have the wide body equipped, we only have a few options when it comes to visual customization. Like, we only have one splitter. We don't even have a rear end. We can't touch that now because of the wide body. And we have a wing. Now, you can either go wingless or you could add the type A wing. It's up to you. Honestly, if you take the wing off a vehicle like this, you like downgrading it. I mean, why are you removing the sportiness? What's your issue? So then in the wheel selection, I found a lovely set of BBS, and I'm like, okay, you know what, this suits the car. If I had to get a SC, I'm slapping these wheels on. Honestly, they look amazing. So I went over to see the other race items we can do, the bonnet pins. Honestly, if you can really make this look like a track vehicle. Not even gonna lie to you, add a tow hook if you want. And that's exactly what I did. So I threw all this money at it, and then I thought to myself, yeah, this car is looking boring. Let's go find a livery for it. And that's exactly what we did. So we actually found a Ford Cosworth Racing livery. Looks incredible on the SC right here. But I just had one small issue. I was really set on those wheels, so I knew I had to go back and just change them, because these wheels that came with it were nice, but I mean, the wheels I picked high. Yeah, boy, fire. We then did some speed testing to see, hey, how fast can this Ford SC actually go? So we were actually doing 310 miles per hour. The gear tuning, if you're interested, it's a fully customizable racing transmission that's been set to 310 kilometers per hour. It took a little bit of testing to try and find out the perfect preset for it, and 310 for top speed is what I find is the best. So as you can see, did 312 before going up the hill. Now on the descent, we see the real capability of this vehicle. Because we see, hey, it's climbing and it's climbing. It's still going, which is kind of crazy to think that the vehicle is limited to 310. And somehow we're doing 321. And that's all we were able to do. Now just keep in mind, this is going downhill. So this is not the true top speed of this vehicle. So 312 is the actual real top speed of this vehicle. Now lap time. So we're at Daytona, and please just excuse the ghost. It's just how I get faster laps, and just generally, if you want a tip on going faster, put a ghost on, set it to a couple of seconds ahead of you, and chase it. And trust me, you will go a lot faster. So just ignore that. This vehicle, it has, I wouldn't say turbo steer. It suffers badly from understeer. Honestly, it does not want to turn at some points. Like you full throttle and lock, it's going straight. There's no turning ability with this vehicle. So you do have to look out for that. Do not just turn and mash the throttle, because you will just go in a straight line. You will not be turning. So other than that, the handling of this vehicle as well. It's not bouncy around the circuit. It's not just so unstable. It's quite a planted ride, to be honest with you. Around the banking, as you can see, it's still a little Ford Fiesta ST, or the Focus ST. It's a little ST, so you know it doesn't have 1,000 horsepower. It's not clocking over 300 kilometers per hour on the embankment. So we just gotta keep that in mind. It's trying its best, and I mean that's all it can do. You know, a round of applause for trying its best. You know, round of applause. But no, genuinely, the SC compared to the other vehicles we've tested so far, go and watch those videos out. But it's on the channel. The SC is nowhere near the fastest, but I mean, hey, it is the cheapest Ford you can buy from Brand Central, you know. A 148.9 is the fastest we are able to set, and that actually puts us 9th on the leaderboard. So not in good standing. However, it is only 100th of a second slower than a Dodge Hellcat. So the little SC isn't that bad after all. So let's actually just check out and see what the fastest quarter-mile time we can actually get in the Ford. So this is a front-wheel drive vehicle, so it will wheel spin, but it should be less out of hand compared to some of the bigger horsepower vehicles. So as you can see, a lot of wheel spin, even going into second. Sat there for a bit, but I mean, we gotta keep going and chugging along. So we actually crossed the line at a 12.1, which is actually quite fast compared to the other vehicles that we've tested before, because of the amounts of power they had, it slowed them down because they just couldn't get grip. So the little Ford SC that could. Would I recommend you picking this vehicle up? Look, it's cheap. When I say cheap, it's the cheapest Ford in Brand Central. So there's literally no harm in you picking a vehicle up to add it to your collection. But is it worth throwing the 200,000 at it? No. This little Ford isn't gonna win you any races, sadly. Like, if you take it online, you're gonna get demolished. You might beat some NPCs in the earlier, Sunday Cup missions, but I mean, that's about it. In later races, no, this Ford has no chance. Okay, guys, I hope you did enjoy this. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.